Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel name, Top Coin, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we've got something super exciting to talk about, one of Canada's most intriguing pieces of currency, the 1947 10-cent coin. This isn't just your average dime, folks. This little coin has an incredible backstory and is worth a lot more than you might think. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know why this coin is a hidden treasure. To understand why the 1947 Canadian 10-cent coin is so special, we need to travel back to the year 1947. Canada was emerging from the turmoil of World War II, the world was shifting politically, and the country was moving toward establishing a stronger identity on the global stage. King George VI was still on the throne, and his portrait graced Canadian coins. But something interesting happened in 1947. India gained independence from Britain. Now, what does that have to do with the 1947 10-cent coin, you ask? Well, it had everything to do with it. After India's independence, the title of King George VI no longer made sense as it included the phrase Emperor of India, a title that became outdated. Canada, being part of the British Commonwealth, had to reflect this political change in its currency, leading to a very important decision. But changes take time, and that's where the 1947 coin becomes interesting. Now, the Canadian government knew it had to change the wording on its coins. However, the dies used for minting coins hadn't been updated in time for 1947. So, instead of delaying production, they added a tiny symbol to the coins to indicate that these coins were minted with the old dies in 1948. And that symbol was none other than the iconic Canadian maple leaf. See this tiny maple leaf next to the date? That's the telltale sign of a 1947 Canadian coin struck with an important historical context. These coins were actually minted in 1948, but because the dies still said 1947, the maple leaf was added to indicate the transition period. Now, let's talk about what really gets collectors excited, the rarity and the value of this coin. The 1947 10-cent Canadian coin is already sought after because of its unique historical context, but not all of these coins were created equal. There are two main varieties of the 1947 10-cent coin, one with a blunt 7 and the other with a pointed 7 dot. The blunt 7 variety is more common, while the pointed 7 variety is far rarer, and as any coin collector will tell you, rarity is the name of the game when it comes to value. The pointed 7 coins, especially those in pristine condition, can fetch impressive prices at auction. In recent years, the value of these 1947 coins has skyrocketed, especially for those in top condition or with the rare pointed 7 variety. For instance, a 1947 10-cent coin in average circulated condition might fetch anywhere between $15 to $50, but coins in uncirculated condition or with a pointed 7 variety have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars at auction. In fact, a particularly well-preserved pointed 7 coin once sold for over $1,000. That's right, a simple dime turned into a $1,000 collectible. So, the next time you're digging through your spare change, keep an eye out for that little maple leaf and the shape of the 7 on your 1947 coins. Now, let's dive a bit deeper into what factors influence the value of a 1947 Canadian 10-cent coin. Aside from the blunt versus pointed 7 varieties, other important factors include the coin's condition, whether it's been circulated, and any damage it might have sustained over the years. Here are some things to watch out for when evaluating the value of a 1947 dime. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for coins that have minimal wear and retain their original details. Coins with good luster and visual appeal are always more desirable to collectors. Tarnished or heavily scratched coins are less attractive. Any coin with a unique backstory, such as the 1947 coin with the maple leaf, generally has increased value due to its significance in history. Collectors are drawn to the 1947 Canadian 10-cent coin not just because of its rarity, but also because of the story it tells. It's a piece of Canadian history, a coin that marks a transitional moment for the country, and one that carries the legacy of a world reshaping after the Second World War. Owning one of these coins is like holding a piece of the past, a piece that has survived decades and is now appreciated not just for its monetary value but for its connection to Canada's heritage. It's no wonder collectors across the globe are willing to pay a premium for this tiny, yet significant, coin. So, what should you do if you happen to come across one of these coins? First, don't clean it. I know it's tempting to make the coin shine, but cleaning a coin can actually lower its value. Instead, take it to a professional coin grader or appraiser who can evaluate its worth. If you're interested in starting a collection, I recommend doing your research and networking with other collectors. You can join coin clubs, attend coin shows, and even participate in online auctions to grow your collection. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about making money. It's about the joy of discovering history, preserving it, and maybe even passing it down to future generations. Coins often serve as time capsules, carrying with them stories of a nation's past, its culture, and its economic legacy. Today, we are diving into one such relic, the 1-cent Canadian coin of 1888. A small piece of copper with an enormous historical and monetary value. This coin, seemingly humble, is worth a fortune to collectors today. But why? What makes it so rare and valuable? Stay tuned as we explore the history, rarity, and market value of the 1888 Canadian 1-cent coin. Our story begins in the mid-19th century, as Canada was forging its identity. The Canadian 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, was introduced in 1858. It was minted primarily in England at the Royal Mint in London and remained a staple in Canadian currency for over 150 years. However, not every penny was created equal, and the 1888 version of this humble coin stands out for its historical significance and its rarity. Let's travel back in time to the year 1888. This year was part of a transitional period in Canadian coinage, when Canada was still heavily influenced by British monetary systems, but was slowly developing its own. The 1-cent coin of that era was made of bronze, and on its obverse side, it featured the familiar image of Queen Victoria. At the time, Canada was not yet a fully independent country but rather part of the British Empire. Queen Victoria's reign, from 1837 to 1901, greatly influenced Canadian politics, culture, and currency design. The 1-cent coin of 1888 is a product of this era, bearing her youthful portrait, with the inscription Victoria de Grazia Regina, meaning Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen. But why is the 1888 penny so rare? Well, the story lies in the minting process and the economic conditions of the time. The rarity of the 1888 Canadian 1-cent coin begins with its mintage numbers. In 1888, the Ottawa Mint produced only a small quantity of these coins. Estimates suggest that fewer than 1 million pennies were struck that year, a relatively low number compared to other years of production. As a result, surviving examples of this coin are exceedingly rare, especially in pristine condition. Adding to its scarcity, the technology for minting coins in the late 19th century wasn't as advanced as it is today. Imperfections in the minting process, combined with the wear and tear from circulation, mean that very few 1888 pennies have survived in high grades. Even minor flaws, such as weak strikes or imperfections in the metal, can significantly impact the coin's condition and value. Of the few 1888 pennies that still exist, most are in heavily circulated condition, showing signs of wear and damage. However, collectors highly prize uncirculated or lightly circulated examples. These coins, often referred to as being in mint state, command significantly higher prices on the market. Let's take a closer look at the design features of the 1888 Canadian 1-cent coin. On the obverse, we have the profile of Queen Victoria, engraved by Leonard Charles Wyon, the renowned British engraver. The detail in her facial features and the inscription surrounding her portrait make this coin a beautiful piece of art. Now, turning to the reverse, we see a wreath of maple leaves, a symbol of Canada's rich natural heritage. The reverse design also includes the denomination 1 cent and the year 1888 boldly displayed at the bottom. These design elements make the coin a perfect blend of Canadian identity and British influence. The maple wreath, as we see here, became a defining feature on many Canadian coins and reflects the growing sense of national identity during this time. Fast forward to today, and the 1888 Canadian 1-cent coin has become a coveted item among coin collectors, or numismatists, around the world. The rarity, combined with its historical significance and aesthetic beauty, makes it one of the most valuable Canadian pennies ever minted. The 1888 penny is considered a key date for Canadian coin collectors. Its value can range anywhere from a few $100s in lower grades to tens of thousands of dollars for a high-grade, or mint-state example. The highest quality 1888 pennies, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, have fetched upwards of $30,000 at auction. Prices for the 1888 penny vary depending on the condition, or grade, of the coin. Coins that are heavily worn may only be worth a few $100s, but coins in fine or very fine condition can command prices in the low thousands. The true gems, however, are those in uncirculated or mint-state condition. In recent years, some of these top-quality examples have been auctioned off for astonishing amounts, with prices reaching as high as $40,000. So, what factors influence the value of an 1888 Canadian penny? There are several key aspects that collectors look for when assessing a coin's worth. The 1888 penny is rare due to its low mintage numbers and the high number of coins lost to circulation or wear. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. The better the condition, the higher the value. Even small differences in grade can mean thousands of dollars. A coin's original mint luster, the shiny finish from the minting process, significantly impacts its value. Coins that retain this luster are worth far more. If a coin has a known history or has been part of a significant collection, it may command a higher price at auction. Collecting rare coins like the 1888 penny isn't just a hobby, it can be a serious investment. Over the years, the value of these rare Canadian coins has only gone up, making them a lucrative asset for those who can afford to invest. However, it's important to approach coin collecting with care. If you're looking to invest in an 1888 penny, make sure to buy from reputable dealers and have the coin graded by a professional service. Authenticity is key, as counterfeit coins can sometimes slip into the market. The 1888 Canadian 1-cent coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a window into Canada's past. From its origins in the British Empire to its status as one of the most valuable coins in Canadian numismatics, this little penny carries a rich history and a big price tag. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1888 penny represents a fascinating and potentially lucrative part of coin collecting. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all things numismatics. And who knows? You might just stumble across an 1888 penny of your own.